one of the pieces of advice that it's a phrase that I use a lot, is that you have to be gawky to get graceful. And in the beginning, when you're dealing with mental health, when you're talking about mental health, it can feel gawky. You can feel awkward. I'll never forget this time I was at, I have a 10-year-old daughter, but this was years ago. So I was at a parents circle with my husband at this circle, and we were going around, it's supposed to be about mindfulness, and everyone was telling a little bit about themselves. And when it got to me, I said, hey, everyone, they did not know me whatsoever. Hey, everyone, I have generalized anxiety disorder. So I've been working on mental health and mindfulness. And there was just sort of this super awkward silence in the group. And my husband looked at me like, what? Is this like your new reality? Is this what you're going to be doing from now on? And the answer was yes. However, I have learned how to do it in a much more natural way. One thing that's super hard about family is that your experience may feel like a reflection on them. And that has been very difficult for me and other people in the world that I've seen, is that you're not allowed to be okay, because that suggests they're not okay, or they did something. And so I think the more you can focus it on yourself and use a lot of I statements and not imply anything about them, if possible, that's the most you can do. So the most you can do is try to tell your story and gain that, instead of feeling so gawky with it, gain the strength as you tell the story. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the person said, when I first told my story, I was so uncomfortable and everyone could tell. But now I've told that story 50 times and it almost loses its power. It's no longer scary. It's no longer causing that feeling in me. It's almost like I'm bored of it at this point. And so part of I think my number one piece of advice to you would be to start telling your story, be it in writing, be it to a friend, be it to loved ones, until you feel comfortable telling it to that most difficult person, like a parent. After the wave hits your body, sometimes you feel shaky. I don't know if you've ever felt this or if anyone on the call has felt this, but it's almost like some people, when they have a panic attack, they can feel shaky afterwards. And in the past, I always thought of that shakiness as something to avoid or caused fear in me. But my mindset about the shakiness has completely changed. So now when I start to feel ramped up and then I start to feel shaky, I am very grateful, because it's a sign that the wave has passed again. Part of it is understanding hey, the wave comes, the wave goes. The wave comes, the wave goes. And when it goes, you get shaky, and that's a sign that you're strong, that you've made it through again. So I would say a way to, I don't even think of it as stop yourself. I actually think of it as kind of living in harmony, if you can, or just living alongside this thing that's part of your life, is to recognize it comes and it goes, and you are strong through that. And the shakiness is a sign you made it.